Welcome, I'm Jeff Blubaugh at the Sedgwick County Commission. Today I'm joined with Lynda Baker, the Executive Assistant for the Sedgwick County Commission. If you ever call or email the Sedgwick County Commission, a lot of times the first interaction you're going to have is with Lynda. Lynda, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, could you tell me a little bit about your career here at the county? How long have you been here?
Actually, I am about to hit my 9th year in June. I started in June of 2017, so this June it will be 9 years for me.
Okay.
And I started off first in the county clerk's office, and I was there for 2.5 years, and then I transitioned to the county manager's office, and I was there for just a few weeks shy of 5 years. And then in September of 2024 is when I moved to the county commission office.
Okay. So how did each of these positions help you prepare and transition to your next area of responsibility?
When you look at the 3 departments that I've worked for, when you look at the county clerk's office, the county manager's office, both of those departments work hand in hand with the county commission office, first of all. And I don't know if a lot of people know, but the county clerk's office is the secretary for the county commission. So all of the paperwork that you approve and that you sign in the county commission meetings, all is filed with the county clerk's office. And so knowing how important it is to get that paperwork back to the clerk's office as soon as the meetings are over, as close as I can to when the meetings are over.
You know, that's one thing I was really impressed with as soon as I started with the county commission is by the time we come up from our meeting, a lot of times you have our papers ready to sign. And a lot of people don't realize we have to sign off on much of what we voted for during the meeting.
Everything. Just the experience in that office has helped me with a lot of knowledge that I have in the commission office. And then when I transitioned to the county manager's office, which is another department that is probably even more so connected to the county commission office, my experience there just helped with the transition. Tom and his staff are always in contact with the commissioners, whether it's with like background information, research, decisions that you have to make. Their role is very important with your decision making. And there's a reason that our offices are so close together and that he keeps his back door open is because there's so much traffic between his office and your office and our office back to his office. So the collaboration there is really important, and I was aware of that coming into this, and so I wanted to make it a very smooth transition for the commissioners to make sure that Tom had full access to you, that you guys have full access to him. And to me, it also comes down to relationships. So when I left the clerk's office, I left on very, very good terms. I have great relationships with everybody that works down there. Same thing with the county manager's office. It was such a smooth transition with that one. I have great relationships with all of the managers, with all of Tom's leadership team. It's just been very, very helpful with moving down the hall.
And we really are in the relationship business, and I think you thrive at creating those positive relationships within our area.
That's what I would want to do. And one thing that I will mention as well, with the collaboration that we have with the manager's office, is when I moved down there, and this was before you came on board, right before you came on board, we had an opportunity to experiment with something. And what we did, this position is normally run with 2 admins in the county commission office. And we wanted to see that if we could modernize the office a little bit, digitize files, if we could do it with just 1 person. But that would be hand in hand with collaboration with the county manager's office, because if I were to be gone, we need to make sure that there was somebody to cover. So that has actually worked very, very well to where if I have to be gone for some reason, then Sherry can pop down and cover my desk. But by doing that, we were able to save a staffing position and then also continue that great relationship that we have with the county manager's office and that trust that we have, because there's a lot of things that are confidential in both of the offices, and we know, Sherry and I both know the importance of that, so that we get along great, so we can work in tandem with each other when needed.
So through your leaning out and coming up with with an operation where you lean two positions into one, and I think it works very well. It seems very efficient.
So far it has, and we've been doing this since I started, so September of 2024.
When I was with the city, I had an assistant to help me with my neighborhood issues and a lot of the interaction with the public, a lot of it's fact-finding and stuff. And I didn't know whenever coming over here, especially going from two down to one, but it's worked out great. I mean, there's never been a time that I haven't got a response or a constituent response has been delayed from anything from staff. So I definitely appreciate everything you've done there. So 5 different commissioners, 5 different personalities. You're working our calendars. You're working our to-dos. How do you do it?
Well, first of all, I was raised with a very strong work ethic. And so I am just wired to be hyper organized, but not in a stressful way. It's something I actually kind of thrive on. And just trying to be as organized as I can it's just the way that I'm wired. It's very helpful. When I get an email, whether it's from somebody from the outside or from one of you, I try to address it right away, if it's within my power anyway. Sometimes I have to wait on responses from other people, and so that email might sit there for a little bit. But by and large, when that pops into my email inbox, I get it done and get it over with.
I appreciate that diligence, and I know the constituents appreciate that as well. That's some of the feedback that I get is people appreciate the fast turnaround time. Whether they call in here, whether they email, they want an answer, they appreciate something responded back in a timely manner. And a lot of people don't realize that you're the engine that makes sure that response gets done in a fast
You guys are the ones
manner.
doing the responding. But that's what I like to do, though, is get the task pushed on to where it needs to be if it's not something that I can answer myself, but to keep things moving and to keep the office running smoothly.
So you've been here 9 years, you've worked for the clerk's office, you've worked for the county manager, now you're executive assistant to the commissioners. Where do you see the challenges are long term with the Sedgwick County?
Oh, just listening to the conversations that take place, obviously, and then the emails and the phone calls that I get. It seems like there's a lot of focus on the revenue issue, property taxes versus can we find another revenue stream, and that's going to be
our dependence on property taxes.
That's a now thing, and that's a future thing, and that's probably one of the biggest issues that I see right now.
I appreciate that through your lens because you're seeing all 5 of our issues that we have with constituents.
Yes.
So that's great. That's
the tough one.
Okay, a little softer question here. What's something that most folks wouldn't know about you? What's something you'd
Nobody
like to share
knows
with
that
us?
I am a Chicago Cubs fan. Nobody.
Like a few of us know.
I don't have a secret talent.
But you did go to a Chicago Cubs game.
I went
this year.
to the wild card game.
To the
yes,
wild card
yes,
game.
in Chicago. I'm actually pretty boring.
Well, that sounds pretty exciting to me, going to Chicago and watching the game and cheering on your team.
Yeah, so that's fun. And then we've had a lot of conversations with exercising.
Yep, we do that.
I love.
I know you're
going to the Y
you're
in
at
the
the gym
mornings.
pretty early every morning. So occasionally I'll get up that early and see you.
I ran
there,
into
but
you
usually-
once. I
Yep,
ran into
usually
you
I'm a
once.
little bit later than you are. So. Well, thank you so much for all you do for the county, and appreciate any. If you have any questions or concerns for Lynda or I, you can send me an email at jeff.blubaugh@sedgwick.gov or Lynda.
My email is lynda.baker@sedgwick.gov, but Lynda is spelled Lynda.
Lynda.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Lynda. Appreciate everything you do for Sedgwick County.
Thank you.